Hey everyone, Sea Whiskey here, and welcome to my quick start guide to U-Boat. So once you click New Game here, your first screen is going to be all the different U-Boats that you can choose from. But more importantly, it's actually going to be the start date of your career. So as you can see, the first one is 1st September 1939, and we go all the way down to the 13th of December 1944. You may have noticed that the difficulty changed as well. That has more to do with technology progressing throughout the war, and you can actually select like an easy AI difficulty if you want on the next couple screens. So don't worry too much about that. The one thing I will say, U559, as we can see, Mare Nostrum. Of course, we all speak Latin, so we know that means our sea, or what they call the Mediterranean. So just beware that U559 is based out of La Spezia in Italy, so that is the one U-boat in the list that is based in the Mediterranean. Now, the next two screens you'll see are going to be kind of easy, medium, hard, easy, medium, hard. It doesn't matter what you choose on them because this is where you select everything for the game. So, as I said, you can select an AI difficulty of easy here if you want. I personally play on hard. Economic difficulty, when I first started, I always played on medium. Now I play on hard. You can get by easy on both. They're not too difficult. Expanded Sailor Management, I have played with it on. I've played with it off. I no longer ever play with it on. For me personally, it just is another step in the game, another detail that you have to take care of, and it doesn't really add much to the game for me. So I do not play with it. Morale management difficulty. There is a very good reason to have this on hard. Even if you're a brand new player you have never played before, I would say at least put it on medium, but I strongly suggest putting it all the way to hard. And the reason being, let's say you're being depth charged or, you're just in a terrible situation and morale goes to 0. What can happen is you'll have sailors that'll have breakdowns or kind of panic attacks. And it's actually a very good way of sussing out who is fit for duty and who isn't. So once you get back to port, you can kick those guys that had those panic attacks off your boat and recruit some new guys that are better fit for duty. So I would suggest that you keep that difficulty on hard, medium at the least. I of course use hardcore aiming mode because I use the TDC mod. Units, I keep mixed, coordinate style classic, food management. I like to have that. You can just change up what you feed your crew and stuff. To me, it's kind of fun. Mission completion. So this is if you're finished a mission and you have enough fuel, you can just click a button and boom, it'll zoom you straight back to port. I always keep it on because if you don't want to use it, you just don't use it. Simple as that. Collision damage. I personally have never been rammed by a boat in U-boat. But I have seen enemy warships and merchants collide with each other, and that's always awesome. So I always keep that on. Torpedo flaws, this really is just how many duds you're going to have. It gets a little more complicated when technology changes and you get different torpedo types, but generally basic way to look at it is just how many duds you're going to have. So to this day, I once in a while will play with semi-realistic, but most of my careers I progress quickly enough to kind of upgrade my torpedoes, and I don't tend to get too many duds even on realistic, so not too bad if you play on either realistic or semi-realistic. Detection hint, I've never played with that on. I don't really care if the enemy detects me. I'm gonna find out soon enough. I always play with realistic bilge and earth curvatures. I never play with darker nights. I just like to see the ships a little better on my screen. Damage difficulty. Now this is one that I do go back and forth on. I still have plenty of games on medium and plenty of games on hard. I like to combine a hard AI difficulty with a medium damage difficulty because I do really like those situations where you are depth charged and you get a leak and you might get injuries and stuff like that, but then you're able to repair them and at least survive. And to me, it's cool to get out of those situations. So I will play, I'd probably say it's 60-40. 60% of my games I play on medium and then 40% on hard. And torpedo solution previews, I've never played with those on it. I've seen them. It just shows where your torpedo is gonna kind of go on the map. I don't really see many reasons to have that on, so I never turn that on. And that is it. After that, you're just gonna create your character and start your game. So I hope that was helpful for everyone. I'm going to continue this series. Next one's just going to be import and kind of showing first steps once you're import before you've even started your first mission. So thanks for watching and hope to see you on the next one.